And spawning over here in the top position, ladies and gentlemen, as the Cyan/Teal Terran representing ATN. Can he do it? He is a European champion, but will he be able to make it out here? He is a very tough opponent. He is ClouD. And his opponent in the bottom position of Antigua Shipyard representing the red Terran people. Ladies and gentlemen, potentially the first Royal Roader in GSL history before, but sadly hitting a roadblock in Code S after completely demolishing Code A in his debut season. This is incredibly exciting times for Millennium's ForGG. Can he rekindle that form and make it back into a ridiculously good showing here at Dreamhack Valencia? I think he is one of the dark horses to win this tournament entirely. But anything can happen. I think the better player will win in the long run here. TVT, a test of your good scouting, a test of your stamina, as well as a test of your micro. And mirror matchups, very, very unforgiving, but TVT, especially on a map like Antigua Shipyard, especially so. For those of you who haven't watched this map before, by the way, as we do have a refinery first coming out of ForGG suggesting that when he builds his barracks, he will have exactly 100 gas to build his factory immediately, which is why he goes for that gas first. But conversely, we have ClouD going for the barracks first into refinery. But anyway, on Antigua Shipyard, only the one Zelnaga tower in the center, and this tower is going to be so unbelievably important in TVT, because whoever holds this tower and can get siege tanks everywhere has a huge amount of map advantage. So this is going to come into play very much, provided this game goes past about the 15-minute mark. So we'll be keeping an eye out for that. There have been a lot of good TVT games where when one player sees the other player is sieged up at the tower, provided they can avoid detection, immediately load up a Dune Drop and go straight into the natural expansion or the main base. This is also a possible ploy to win in a potential base race here in a TVT, but it looks like ClouD isn't going to be going for any sort of fast tank stuff early on, because we have a Reaper, ladies and gentlemen, popping out, and we have not seen one of these in quite a while. So in the meantime, the factory has indeed gone down for ForGG, and a tech lab going to be going down on that barracks. Now we could be seeing some upgrades for Bio, or he could go straight into a starport and use that tech lab to get quick Banshees as well. Or he could just swap these over and get really fast tanks. The options are still open for ForGG at this point, playing a very, very versatile build. And in the meantime, we have ClouD with his Reaper expand. The first Reaper now moving out across the map as his expansion goes down simultaneously. So he's going to want to keep ForGG sufficiently occupied that he won't be able to scout exactly what ClouD is doing, and he's going to force ForGG to try and use a scan. So if a Marine pops up via the center of the map, if an SCV pops around, which is why this Reaper is at the watchtower, he should be able to take him out before he gets anywhere close to ForGG's base. And it looks like fast tanks were the order of the day from ForGG, getting that, oh, pardon me, getting Blue Flame Hellions. I just saw the tech lab researching and I assumed it was siege mode, but I, ladies and gentlemen, am fooling myself this morning and possibly need a second cup of coffee, because we have Blue Flame Hellions incoming from the Korean side of the map. Really looking forward to seeing how effective he's able to use these. And it looks like two Reapers do in fact beat a Hellion into absolute pulp, ladies and gentlemen, as the Reaper expand build has now being given up, and ForGG sees that they're in the middle of the map, and look at this, pulling every single unit he has back into his main base, because he knows how much damage those Reapers can do. We have a third Reaper coming out from ClouD now, and at that point I believe 3 Reapers might be able to one-shot an SCV. It's been so long since I've seen a Reaper, I'm not 100% certain of that, so do correct me in chat if that is wrong, but 3 of them can do a very, very insane amount of DPS, and they fire quite quickly as well. Here we go, going up into the main base now, and now it's time to find out exactly how effective these Reapers can be. Yes, they do one-shot 2, 3 SCVs, 4 oh, there we go, 4 SCVs go down, and a Marine before, unfortunately, all 3 Reapers get taken out by that Blue Flame. So a decent amount of damage, and I would say the Reapers kind of paid for themselves, but I would have liked to have seen a little more done from ClouD. Great defense there, though, from ForGG, using those Hellions to great effect, and the Blue Flame coming in at just the right time. Now even swapping the factory over to the reactor so we can pump them out 2 at a time. So really, really going crazy here. Also getting a Viking to try and anticipate any sort of Banshee play coming out of ClouD. Now, if we take a look at ClouD's main base, we have reactors gone down on the second and third barracks in the main. We also have the engineering bay up for him as well, and stim nearly complete. So we haven't got any sort of tech coming out from him yet as the Hellions, oh dear, moving straight into the main. This could be bad, but 4 Marines cornering those Hellions. Will he be able to pick the Marines off? No, it's not actually a good line. Still 2 Hellions remaining, only 1 Hellion remaining now, and not a single SCV has been killed this day, ladies and gentlemen. Great defense here from ClouD. Oh, even using the SCVs, and look at that, not a single SCV lost in that engagement, only 1 from earlier on. Great play coming out of there from ClouD, defending against that Hellion harass from ForGG, and he cannot be happy about that. Both sides now going to be mining off of 2 bases, of course, a little bit quicker from ClouD. These reactored Blue Flame Hellions now coming out constantly for ForGG, going to try and do a little bit more with them later on. And in addition to the Viking, he's going to be getting a Raven. So really cool stuff coming out of here, wanting to anticipate any sort of Banshee play, but also Raven coming in very, very handy later on in the game. Potential for usage of PDT, auto turret harass and stuff like that, really effective as well, especially since they stay on the map for approximately forever. So let's see what kind of tech routes they end up choosing. ClouD now going to be going for that factory. I think it's, there we go, at the natural expansion. So I wouldn't be surprised to see a starport and a reactor go down fairly quickly indeed as he moves out into the center of the map with a Marauder and 4 Marines. What has ForGG got in response? He has a decent number of Hellions actually, and the Raven's not going to be able to do too much. Just going to get them repaired up at the moment, and might be going into some sort of mech play. We have got a 3rd refinery go down. Will we see the 4th get taken anytime soon? 2 additional factories going down, so yeah, it looks like he's going to be transitioning into a predominantly mech composition here on Antigua Shipyard, and that might allow him to hold the watchtower a little bit later on. Remember what we were talking about at the start of the game. Whoever holds this watchtower is more or less king as far as this map is concerned. ClouD does have the Marauder in front to try and take apart these Hellions, but so much blue flame usually means it's, oh dear, accidentally losing a Hellion there, but kills off pretty much everything, and this poor Marine is going to get hunted down to oblivion there from the Blue Flame Hellions, gets completely roasted on his way home, unable to tell his mates exactly what is up, and these Hellions are going to scout that we do have, in fact, a 3rd command center going down, but immediately getting taken out there. Still taking 3 hits from these Blue Flame Hellions to kill Marauders, though. Those Marauders are so unbelievably resilient to this kind of attack. Needs to be so careful. Potentially losing a couple of Hellions. 2 more Hellions going down there, and I think ForGG does have to back the heck off over there. And we have got 2 more tech labs going down on these factories. Very, very presentable there. Very good Sim City in his main base. Another Viking going down, and finally we have a reactor going down on the starport as well for potential drop play later on, perhaps. And we have tanks and Hellions being prodded out from ForGG, so very soon he will be able to take the center of the map. But look at ClouD's production. This is absolutely insane. We have double medevacs, we have tanks, we have Marines, we have concussive shell, siege mode, we've got +1 and another orbital command and a gas being taken from him at the moment. He is doing approximately all of the things. Now, his army is biocentric right now. He is going to be able to transition to mix tanks into this army composition, but undoubtedly ForGG will have the tank count advantage going into this mid-game. We are now at the 11-minute and 30-second mark, and to be perfectly honest, neither side's really that interested in grabbing the center of the map until now. ForGG moving out with Hellions, but they don't stay there indefinitely. We really need a couple of tanks before he cements that position, and both sides really just continuing to macro up at this point. ClouD now going to be moving out towards the center of the map, and interestingly, he comes out first with a tank. Ooh, a nice bit of harass from those Hellions, actually picking apart a decent number of Marines there, and ClouD has to be oh so careful when he moves out here. Are these Hellions going to loop around the back and try and pick off the Marines? Yes, he is. He's going to try and get a couple of pot shots off before he retreats there. How much damage was done? Let's take a look at the units lost tab. It seems like ClouD has lost a little bit more. He is at 98 supply to the 101 from ForGG. He has a lot of Vikings actually out on the field at the moment, so potentially going to be sniping off those medevacs. We have a double drop coming into the main base now, and the Vikings do see it. Will he be able to get them off? And yes, 1 medevac goes down. The second one is now being hunted down, and the Hellions going to be taking apart the Marines that are on the ground, and the siege tank goes down as well. Excellently picked off there from ForGG, and ClouD is forced to move back at this moment in time. It looks like he's just going to be 1Aing into the center of the map. Only a single siege tank there, not enough to prevent this amount of mech coming through from ForGG, who now takes a 2... Oh, wow, 20 supply lead, and that's going to be enough, ladies and gentlemen. So that map control in the center, along with that tank count, ClouD is saying a little bit too much. I'm not going to be able to do this. I'm going to tap out at this point, and ForGG goes up 1-0 in this TVT series. So we're going to be going into game number 2 in just a moment, guys. We're going to a quick commercial break, and when we come back, game 2 between ForGG and ClouD.